What's up, wild ones? I just saw a post from Danny something, I forget, vegan proteins, talking about if you keep coming back to the same like low calorie diet because it's the only thing that works for you, is it actually working, right? And it reminded me of the hustle, and I don't mean hustle as in like, yo, get your shit. I mean hustle, colonized mentality, colonized encoding in our bodies that say like you have to work your ass off until you die, and then you just die, and that's pretty much it, right? And we can very often, those of us, the soul refugees, those of us who are called to fully step into, live into, message around the medicine of our souls, right? And have the business of our souls, have this body of work impact all the things. We can get there, so to speak, wherever there is, right? Through working our asses off, through the, if you're online, which, you probably are if you're listening to this, most of my peeps, we rent it online, sometimes in person as well, but we like that, that wide open freedom of being able to work online, right? Where we're like, oh my God, the launch cycle, the this and this, the feast and famine, the like do all the things all the time, whatever it might be. And we're like, but that's the only thing that works, right? It's like we know that that is not the only thing that works. We know that whatever it is, abundance, clients, opportunities, success, all of it, it shows up when we have decided that it shows. Like, and I don't mean, oh, oppression isn't real and you just decide and then like fucking la puppy dog tails and rainbows and boom, right? No, I mean, we're doing the deep inner work, the medicine work. We're showing the fuck up to life, right? We're showing the fuck up as life. We are dropping in with God on all layers and levels, God, source, creator, great mystery, being made manifest as us. Yes. And if we are in that state of being like, oh, it has to be all work, that's it, hustle our ass off, that's not generally how we want to experience ourselves or how we want to experience life. But if that's the encoding, that colonized encoding that tells us that's the only way it's going to work, we will generally burn out, we will generally fizzle out, we will stop ourselves. And this is an invitation, and because the encoding tells us, and this is the only way it works, but we know that something else actually does work. We know we get to decide. But very often we don't actually trust in the rest cycle, right? We don't trust that we get to actually work in a way that fully turns on our body, our souls, right? And of course, it is a privilege to even be in the awareness that there gets to be another way. And then when we're in that awareness, we get to do whatever medicine work we need for ourselves and our bodies to be able to fully drop in to that as our reality, as being able to like decide this is how it now is, this is how it now gets to be for me, boom, 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 yada, yada, that's it, right? And then of course we continue doing the medicine work, we continue showing up, we lean in, the gap medicine, all the things, right? And so this is an invitation where you're like, this is how it is, and this is the only way that it works for me, even though you know there's another way. Is that thing that you think it has to be, right, in the now, because that's what's safe, because that's what you trust, because that's what's worked in the past, is it actually working? If you have to keep coming back to it, and then it doesn't work again, and then you burn out, and then your health takes a fucking nosedive, but then you're like, okay, no, I'm ready, and then you just keep going through these cycles again. And looky here, okay, I am a neurodiverse individual. I love my phases where I'm like, I want to do absolutely nothing, like no work, nothing at all. My body is like, nah. Everything, my soul is like, nah, I just want to stare at the sky and birds and rocks and shit, right? And then there will be phases where I'm like, ham, this is what turns on my soul. Everything, everywhere, all at once now, right? But I also know, I've come to know and remember for myself, I don't want either of those all the time, right? I allow myself to flow in these cycles. When I'm healthiest, I am flowing in these cycles. But the old encoding will tell us that the only way is that go, do everything, work, do all the things. And yes, in business also, that like you might see this in relationships where it's like it has to be a struggle, it has to be conflicted, you have to overcome all of these things in all relational capacities. And that's the only way that, you know, you're gonna have relationships, that you're gonna be in a relationship with all current wide collective ancestral, etc., etc. So if the way that you think, oh, this is the only way it works, is it actually working? That's the invitation. Is it actually working? If you have to keep coming back to it in order to get things to work, and then they stop working again, and you're like, oh, you know why they stopped working? Because I stopped working my ass. Okay, let me go back to that. Is it actually working? And then what do you believe it's going to take for you to actually have it and experience it in flow, in full cycle, like creation, death, rebirth, everything, right? Everything and the in-between. What do you believe it's going to take for you to actually experience it the way that you know and feel and see inside? And then what else might be true, right? What else might be true? Okay, I love you, as always. Here's to your untaming. Bye, wild ones.